Hey, kitty.
Baby time! We are so excited. The girls are a little over 5 months now. So we thought it's time for an update because a lot's changed in 2 months.
I know. So both of these girls right now are 13 pounds.
Just a little
give or
bit
take
over.
a couple ounces between each other, and they're also 25 inches tall.
Davey still loves her binky. Still obsessed. I'm holding Davey right now.
And I've got Scout, and Scout is just a wiggle worm as always.
And she has gotten so strong. Well, both girls have gotten so strong. They love sitting in their bumpo chairs. They'll sit in those for a good 30 minutes a couple times a day, and they just like love it. It's so fun.
We weren't really planning. We feel like this 5 months, like, I don't know, things were just smooth sailing. We're like, yay, we know we got this down, we know what we're doing. Then all of a sudden 5 months is coming up and we're like, oh wait, there's a lot of stuff we need to start thinking about.
Preparing for.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because totally like all of a sudden I feel like at 5 months there's like a lot of things like to mentally and like physically prepare for too. Like starting to feed solids coming up. So that's interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
We want to read the book, Baby-Led Weaning. We heard that's really awesome. I reached out on Instagram and so many people were so awesome and gave like lots of really great advice for starting feeding and stuff like that. And a ton of people recommended starting with vegetables versus fruit, save fruit for later. And baby-led weaning was like a really big thing on there. Yeah, like I got that a ton. So we already had the book, but we hadn't had a chance to listen to it. So
yep, I got on Audible and listened to it this week.
We need to get high chairs. We haven't done that yet. Yeah, we had just like gotten everything else. So we do have one high chair, but we just need to get one more. So we need to do that. We also need to start figuring out transitioning from our room to the girls' own room, as well as transitioning out of their bassinets to their cribs. So that's something that's really interesting. So we just had the girls' doctor's appointment just a couple days ago. Hi. Yeah, and they both did so good at the doctors. Yeah, he did so good. But she was saying with sleeping, it's interesting that you no longer swaddle the babies or anything like that. So I think that's going to be a big change for our girls.
Because they're so used to being snuggled up and close.
It's a party over here. So yeah, they're so used to being like snuggled, and so. Hi, Scout.
What's up?
What's up, girls?
Do you
want to play?
You might want to lay down and play on their mat.
Let's go play.
Okay.
We're going to take a play break. I'm little Davey.
And here's Scout. Okay, let's go to the play mat.
Okay, well the girls just went down for a nap. I guess they were tired.
They were tired, yeah.
So we just put them down.
Yeah, we've been trying to keep them on the same sort of schedule. And they've been doing great at it, I feel like.
Yeah, they do really good. The only time that gets a little bit hard is when they're both transitioning to like different amounts of food. So right now, like they take about 3 1-hour naps during the day. They'll usually take one in the morning every time after they eat. And then their late night nap that they usually do before bedtime, that's kind of dropped off. But it's interesting with eating, it's kind of, Davey's been like an interesting eater lately. Like she's so ready for solids because I feel like she's so over milk.
Yeah, it's almost.
I know, yeah. Like I know milk will still be like the main source of her diet, but I feel like
she's getting real particular in how she wants her milk. Like how she wants to drink it. Like she really loves drinking her milk right as she's swaddled up in bed on the verge of falling asleep. That's when she like loves it and will drink all her milk or more of it. But because she was going through this phase where like you couldn't look at her and you had to like put her on the floor and like hide behind her and try and feed her, that was fun. And then Scout started liking to be rocked while eating, which she didn't used to care before. So there's just new things. I feel like every week, every day is just different with them, so.
Yeah, so we really need to do like a day in the life update, because I feel like things, although our routine's pretty similar where we like read books and dance and play and do nap time and stuff, I feel like those are all the same, but I feel like the how we feed them and how we put them down for naps, all of that has changed. So yeah, they keep us on our toes. Makes it fun.
Yeah, yeah.
So one thing that we've really enjoyed as the girls are getting older is that they are so much more interactive. Like they're just really aware about like what's going on, and it's fun. I like when they're on their play mat and I'll take like a little rattle over their head and I'll put it like different directions and just they'll follow it.
Yeah.
So that's
and
really fun.
they'll see me sometimes coming across from the room and they'll start smiling and like giggling to get my attention. And it's just really juicy. They're just really fun to play with and fun to talk about things and explain to them about what I'm doing when I'm making dinner, for example.
Yeah, Jake likes to do that and like talk them through it. It's cute. We've been reading lots of books with them. We like to read to them in the morning and in the evening.
And maybe, if they're ever bored, I feel like, or if they're on their play mat, I like to just say, hey, let's read.
Yeah. It's fun. They're really like attentive, which I'm really surprised about, but I feel like they do really good with that. Like they have those little crinkle books and toys, and
love the crinkle.
Yeah, like a couple days ago, Davey played with her crinkle book for 45 minutes. Like I literally was like, kept watching my watch. I'm like, wow, 45 minutes. Dang, girl.
Yeah, they love the crinkle books.
Yeah, they like really love that sound, which is fun. They've both rolled over.
Yeah. Scout's done a couple back to front and front to back. And Davey's done a back to front.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I was like, oh, they've rolled over. Like I thought that they were gonna roll over. All of a sudden it was like gonna happen all the time, but it hasn't. Like it's every time it's like they roll over once.
I think they're still figuring out like what did I just do?
Yeah, so I think maybe it was just an accident.
Yeah.
No, they knew exactly what they were doing.
Most of the time it's like they're looking at something.
Yeah.
Like, boop, boop.
That's what it is. It's like one of their toys, like they're playing with their toy and it falls and they like try and go get it.
Try to go look and follow it.
Yeah.
That's really cute. We've been trimming their nails a lot, or having to trim their nails a lot. Got this cool
You found this really cool file.
Yeah, it's a cool little nail file spinny thing that it's pretty easy to trim their nails, but then
I'll link it below. It's super cool because it's nice and easy, and I feel like if you accidentally like buff their finger, it doesn't hurt them.
It doesn't hurt at all, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So doing a lot of that. I think that's
They're loving their baths. I feel like they enjoy bath time so much more now.
Yeah, I feel now that they have some baby fat, I can like, when I take them out of the bath, before they used to immediately start crying because they're like, oh, it's so cold. You know, I'd wrap them up, they'd still be like, in shock kind of thing. But now with the baby fat, I take them out, put them in the towel, wrap them up, and they're still just as happy as they were when they were in their bath. So.
And it's been so fun seeing our dog Zeke with the girls. He is so good with them, and the girls really
they're so interested in him.
Yeah, we're gonna have to learn on like not grabbing his hair. Luckily he's done really good because there's been a couple times where like the girl, like he's just been laying next to the girls and they've grabbed his face and he just let them. And so we're gonna have to figure out on that though how to help them learn how to pet. Yeah, if the girls are sitting on my lap and like Zeke's by me, I'll have to take their hand and like, you know, show them how to pet them. But I mean, obviously they're working on their coordination. That's the last thing they're gonna be worried about. Yeah, but it's fun. I'm so excited for when they get bigger with Zeke and just like have that fun little bond with the dog.
Yeah.
Because I didn't grow up with a dog.
I didn't either.
Until you didn't. Yeah, you didn't have a dog.
I never had
in your
one.
house.
Yeah. How old were you when you had yours? Got Casey.
Casey Elvis. He, you know, I think I was 7 or so. I was older. Yeah. And it was my sister Haley's dog. I mean, he was the family dog, but technically my sister Haley was the owner. Yeah, so I'm just excited for our girls to grow up with a dog, especially one that's like just so sweet. And
one that lets you touch his nose.
Yeah, that was my biggest thing with Casey. He wouldn't let me touch his nose, and Zeke lets me touch his nose. That's so funny you remember that. Anyways, back to the girls. So things that are next that we kind of mentioned about it earlier in the video is starting solids and switching the girls out of their bassinets to their cribs and also in their own room.
Yeah, so we're gonna get to figure that out, which will be fun.
Yeah, so I think that will be exciting to do all of that. But luckily, I feel like babies are like super patient and so sweet and learn with you.
Yeah.
So that will be good. I'm not sure how the snoo transition goes. So our bassinets are called snoos. And so we're gonna have to do some research on that.
Yeah, I think, so right now I know they rock the babies.
Yeah.
And just constantly with the white noise, and then if the baby wakes up or starts making noise, then it will rock a little harder, make louder noise. And I think when we turn it on to what they call the snoo weaning mode, I think what it does is it just doesn't rock them constantly, but it still does the white noise, but then if they start waking up, then it will start rocking them back to sleep, and then once they're asleep, then it'll stop rocking.
Which I think will be good for Davey. It's interesting because as Davey's gotten older, the rocking really doesn't do much for her.
She doesn't.
She kind of prefers just like being flat,
Still.
but she likes the swaddled
She does.
a lot, so I think that will be different. I'm kind of nervous for this.
I know, they're so
like right now I'm like, they're great, they sleep 12 hours a night.
They just swaddle them up so tight, and they're just like,
well, and I sleep good too, knowing that like they're secure. They're literally like buckled in these beds, and so I sleep really well knowing that like, oh, they're safe, they're not gonna roll over or anything like that. And so that will be just an all new phase. So we'll definitely take you guys along the transition with us, because that will be a big one for us. But we're excited, and yeah, we just love our girls. They really are. They're just sweet and happy babies and just a lot of fun. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned we have a couple videos coming up that we're gonna do. We're gonna do a new day in the life video, because
that was fun. I want to do it and remember that stuff, because it changes so much too. So
I know, because our last one was 3 months, and we're like, man, we really should do one every month because it's just constantly changing. And then we also are gonna do our favorite baby products, and we're also gonna do our baby's favorite products. Because yeah, there's a couple things that our girls are obsessed with and love to play with. So those are going to be coming up, so stay tuned for those. But thanks so much for watching.
Okay, we'll see ya.